Hey team, Chef Eric here, hope you're well. I feel like everybody's got that go-to way they love to cook a turkey, especially for the big holidays, because it's not a time for a miss. But I want to introduce you to one of my favorite ways to cook a whole turkey spatchcocked on the Kamado Joe, introducing the butter gravy turkey. Super simple, super delicious. Let's get into it. Let's start out with mirepoix, a fancy way of saying some vegetables used on the bottom. Underneath the turkey is kind of a roasting rack. We're gonna start with some onions, parsnip, and celery. I'm using parsnip today instead of carrots just to bring a little sweetness to the dish. And then I decided let's treat it like a root roast a little bit. Why not? So we'll throw some radish in there, bit of oil on top, and then we're gonna use Lane's barbecue brisket seasoning. I love it. Big bold salt and pepper here, and a little bit of garlic, and then some fresh herbs. Okay, so again, just amping up our root roast or our mirepoix. And now let's start thinking about the bird. Okay, nothing crazy here. We're just gonna take that neck bone out and go ahead and put it in there. That's gonna bolster up our gravy. And now it's time to cut the backbone out. Why would you roast a whole entire bird with that cavity in the center? We're gonna take that big air pocket out, flatten it out, breaking the keel bone there, and now cutting out the backbone, and we're gonna toss that in with our mirepoix as well. So we're making a pretty delicious stock. Dab it off a little bit, flip it over. Now a little knife work, okay? We're gonna knock off those end pieces on the legs. That's gonna help the dark meat cook evenly. We'll see that here in a little bit. Flip it on over, get a little oil on there for roasting, and there goes a little more of that Lane's brisket seasoning. I love that stuff. A little half Nelson on the wingos, and a little more oil for good measure. Season the entire bird right on top of that gorgeous mirepoix or root roast. And we're gonna go on to an indirect 350-degree Kamado Joe. So check it out, not a whole lot of charcoal here. I'm banking it to the back. You continue to hear me say this time and time again, not too much charcoal. And we've got our grill grates at the top portion of the divide and conquer system. Let's shut the lid and let the magic happen. 350 degrees for about an hour and a half, okay? We're looking for a thigh temperature of about 170 degrees with a breast temperature of about 160 to carry over to that 165. And notice how those little bones have just kind of poked out of the legs there. All that meat is shrunk up. That's just a great way to keep the moisture in there. Look at that mirepoix, okay? You know, this is kind of the magic right there. Those vegetables, I'll be honest with you, are absolutely delicious. They taste just like turkey, but it's freaking vegetables, okay? It's like the magic. Now we're gonna shake it up a little bit. We're gonna take the vegetables off, plate them up, and begin to reduce that sauce. All right, there it goes, there it goes. While our sauce is reducing, let's go ahead and carve the bird. We're gonna take off the leg and thigh there, beauty. And now the other leg and thigh. Notice I'm leaving a lot of skin, both on the leg and thigh and the breast meat. Come straight down the center of both breasts, separating them, then use the knife. Use that beautiful shun to kind of peel away the meat from the keel bone. Side note, flightless birds don't have keel bones, so you won't find that in your kiwis, ostriches, or emus. All right, now we're gonna come on the other side of the keel bone and release the other breast. And again, just kind of pushing our way, using a gentle pressure there, pulling, slicing, and then cutting through that, I guess you'd be the shoulder bone there, the joint. And we've got pretty much two boneless breasts there. Don't forget those bones though. We're gonna toss that into our stock. Well, not really stock, but the makings of our butter gravy sauce. Nature gives us a roadmap. If you can find that joint, your knife will slide right through, just like that, and we're separating the legs from the thighs. Now it's time to slice through that boneless breast. Look at the moisture content on that. Ugh, nothing does it better than a ceramic. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and talk about plate architecture. Let's put those legs and thighs around the root roast. Slice that breast meat and fan it around the outside. Keep it even. Oh, let's not forget about our sauce real quick. Go ahead and run over there. It's gotten a nice viscosity. It's nice and reduced. Let's take that whole stick of butter and mount it. Monteo bear, okay? Fancy word for just mounting butter. And let it run back down and then mount some more butter. This is gonna make an incredible gravy. No flour necessary, team. Oh my gosh. That is just gold. Solid gravy gold right on top of that white meat. now all you have to do is worry about hanging out with the family. So folks, don't forget to subscribe, like, and do leave us a comment. Happy Thanksgiving, and from my backyard to yours, cheers. Happy grilling.